everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Violet and I'm so glad to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my opinions on a bunch of new makeup that I picked up from ShopMissA. So if you're curious on what those are, keep on watching. Alright, so I am looking a bit different compared to yesterday's as of filming. I'm just going to start off with the look before, talk about those, and then get into some of the products that I currently have on my face. So we're starting off with their Cosmic Cowgirl Skin Grip Primer. This primer, I don't know what it is. This primer is just, it wasn't for me. Overall, I had just a bad experience with pretty much a lot of the makeup, and I'm really bummed about it because ShopMissA, for me in my experience, never had a problem. I've always found something that I like. For this primer, I found that I don't mind that it sunk in really fast. But my issue with this is that I feel like it doesn't really grip. It doesn't really do anything. It blends out very quickly, so you have to like apply more than usual. And as you start to keep blending it into your skin, you're forced to like rub around your skin, and therefore you're just like, giving yourself a massage with this. I didn't find that it was like gripping or sticky or anything, because for me, if it says grip, I expect it to be a little bit tacky. Nope, it felt just smooth. So with this, I'm not really impressed. Next product was the Pure Complexion Liquid Foundation. And this one, absolutely just hated it. And I know hate is a strong word, and I know for a first impression that's really strong to say, but this was way too light for me. I look like a ghost. I look more pale. So I'm not saying the issue is the shade, because obviously that's my fault. It's hard to pick out a foundation shade online. What I expected in the tube was going to be the exact shade for me, so I was like, I think that could be a perfect match for me, or at least pretty good. No, it's way too light. I mean, L2 literally means light, and it meant it light. But I also did have a bad skin day on the day that I tested this. I had a bunch of dry patches here, I had dry patches here, dry patches on the top of my mouth, or my lip. So I want to give this another try. What I might do is pick up their foundation drops to change the shade to your like custom shade, or at least to make it match better. So that's what I want to do. Instead of picking up another one of this, just pick up their foundation drops and hope that those foundation drops change the color of this and match me better, and hopefully I like this better. And I also don't get the whole pure coverage claim on this. Is that supposed to be a reference to like natural coverage? Like it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup? But I don't know, yeah, just that was not for me. The Latte Creamy Concealer, also my error of buying a neutral shade. I always buy warm shades, or at least that says warm in the title. But this one was alright. I didn't particularly care for it too much. I found that in the initial application, it looked very light. Like it was more brightening than concealing. And I don't really find that it covered my dark circles all that great. I feel like they still kind of poked through. Covering any blemishes on my face wasn't really doing it for me. Will I give this all of these several goes? Absolutely. But just the first try on this, I was just like, okay, I'm really not impressed again. Next up is their Paw-Paw Contour Stick. And again, it's same issue with this one. I saved the shade called Sand. I picked up the shade called Latte. What was I thinking? I don't know. I don't think I really was. But I found that this was still easy to work with. It was still very smooth, very easy to apply. The only issue I think I'm finding with this is you can kind of see that this is tilting like this way to the left. So I don't know if that's me being too aggressive on my face, but overall this was very creamy. It did take some time blending out. I really had to go back and forth, The shade, it was a bit orange, but overall I do like this. I will be using this again sometime soon, so at least that wasn't a complete dud as well. Next one is their Magical Girl line, and this is their gloss highlighter for face, eyes, and lips. You guys, I love this. It looks like I'm wearing highlighter, and I'm not wearing it right now, but like this is what it gives off. But just clear, no color, no glitter, no shimmer particles. It just gives you that like nice, healthy looking highlighter effect without providing any color, and it lasted, I think I wore this for like 6-7 hours at least. Only thing I would have to say negatively about this is if you don't like a sticky, because like when you touch your cheek, it's very sticky. It still feels like it didn't set. Feels like a glossy lip, but on the face. So if you're not into that, you might not like this, but for me, I will be using this 10 times over. Next one is their Shadow Saver Eye Primer that they recently came out with. And this one, I gave some very negative opinions about when I saw it because this only comes in 3 shades. The medium and the dark look very similar and very orange. This one I picked up is called Light. The swatches online looked very yellow. And for me as a light skin tone, people who are more fair than I am, it is going to show up drastically against their skin. And it's just going to look horrible. I was fooled with this one in a good way. This actually does not show up yellow. So this one actually applied pretty like skin tone color. It set really quickly. All I say is that be careful applying this because I applied just a little bit on the lid and that was all that it covered. I really had to add more to cover all the way to my brow bone. But overall it was easy to apply. I couldn't really attest to how longevity wise, did it hold my eyeshadows in place, did it crease or whatever. It did crease my shimmer shadows when I wore this. I mean, it was an all shimmer look and there was some creasing like right here in this inner corner part. I don't know if I kept it in the video, but I mentioned that prior to recording that video, I had received the package like 2 days before recording. So I had already kind of familiarized myself with the dew oil. This comes in this clear, which is called Glassy. Then they also do have tinted lip oils. Its purpose is to create like a chapstick almost. So that way I'm not feeling like my lips are super dry or, you know, having to lick my lips to moisturize them. This doesn't really feel like it moisturizes or hydrates or anything. It just feels like a clear gloss. Will I be using this consistently? Absolutely. Do I really like this? Absolutely. Do I find any real problems with it? I think the only thing I notice with this is whenever I had let the creamy lipstick that I tried in the video and had dried like several hours later after eating and drinking and having it on, I used this to put on my lips and some of the color did come off. So it does pick up a little bit of color. I don't think I always can see it because it is probably like washed away now, but overall I think it's pretty good. At least for $2, you can't go wrong. I did mention the lip oil was the last product, but it's actually their Buttery Blur creamy lipsticks. I don't have it in front of me because as soon as I was done filming the video, I gave it to Randy. I said, you can have it. I don't like the color. That is the only thing I don't like about it, but overall, I think that it is going to be a staple in my collection. I liked it because it was super creamy, it was easy to apply, didn't dry matte or anything, it was so comfortable, and it's just that like, put it on, go, you're done, you got color, and you got a nice like inexpensive lipstick. So I'm going to talk about the last couple of products I used in today's video, today being the look I'm wearing today. First one, which is their AirCream Foundation. I don't know what it is, but I picked another super light shade. What is it with me lately? I feel like their foundation shades are very inconsistent now because the first two that I picked up, the BB Cream and the Vita Glow, both picked up in light. Both are perfect matches for me. Then they came out with the CC Cream. I picked that one up in light. That one turned to yellow. And then they come out with these two. I think of light because I am not fair and I'm not super dark. I'm light, so I think, oh, light is going to match me. And even too, the color here in the pan, I thought it was going to be a match. And it's not. There is a slight difference from my face to my neck. I want to get the foundation drops again for this one to try and see if I can make it match me. I used it with a brush for the application, and I didn't really like the way it looks with the brush. I find that it sticks to, I guess I'm still having a dry patch here. It looks funny around the nose. I feel like it just kind of just sits on my face. And I think that's also the other problem I had with this one too, is that they both just sit on the face. And I forgot to mention, this one gives a light coverage. You can definitely build it up. This one with a brush, I've not tried it with a sponge, but this one's a medium coverage. I mean, air cream, it's cream. Does it feel like air? I mean, doesn't really feel like makeup. But I want to like this. I think the packaging is cool though. That's like the cool thing I gotta say about it. Next is their Flawless Liquid Concealer. Again, I picked up the shade L2, and I think that these two are sort of similar in their shades, because this one looked kind of on the neutral side, and it looked a little bit too light. So here we go, another one of my problem. But this one's okay. I'm not really impressed by it. I'm not really hating it. I think I'm just in the middle. I will be continuously using this, of course, like I keep mentioning with all the products. But this one, it's a concealer. I kind of think that it covered some of my blemishes, but did it really cover like underneath my eyes? For the most part. Can't really see a lot of dark circles. I mean, this one I think covered a little bit more than the other one. But overall, I'm just like, okay, you're a concealer. What do you want me to do? And the last one is another one from their Magical Curl line. This is their lip stains, and this one's in the shade called Shion, which is this very deep berry color. Like, this is fall berry color. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I love it. When I first put it on, I loved that opaque color that it had. I feel like you could even wear it as is, or you can like blot it, take it away, and then have like just that wash of color on the lips. So you can go either way, full on color or just a light color. This isn't freshly applied. I've had this since I applied my full face. But I have been eating, I have been drinking. I just ate dinner, and it's coming off more on the inner part of my lips, on the inside, than it is on like the top or like the outer part of my lip. Definitely will be wearing this a lot, probably in the fall. And then definitely in the spring and summer as like a lip stain, and when I like wash it off, or like not wash it, but like dab it off. So yeah, I mean, this is a win for me. Anyways, that is everything I have to talk to you about. Let me know if you've tried any of these products. If you haven't, which ones are you interested in the comments down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye, guys.